Hey everybody, it's your Professor David Britt. I just wanted to welcome you to the graduate program here at Charleston Southern, and also welcome you to your first class, which is about graduate writing and research. I'll talk a little bit more in a subsequent video about this course in particular, but what I wanted to do was just to give you a brief tutorial on how to get started in the course. I have found that about half of our brand new students have never had an online class before, so I always want to make it easy for you to jump right in. So whenever you log into your course, you're going to come to the home page for this particular course, and it's going to look something like this. You're going to have some announcements here. I add announcements all the time, so right now I just have one, but there will be probably, I don't know, 20 or 30 in there by the end of the course. So that's always a good place to start to see if there's anything in there that's new since the last time you logged into the course. But just getting started, we tried to make it easy here. So if you look over here on the left-hand margin, you're going to see a tab that says Start Here. So I want you to click on that. And then what you're going to be doing here is going through a series of tutorials and a series of videos to help you understand navigation in the course, how to navigate the Blackboard platform, and all kinds of other information. There are several steps here, and I just want to walk you through a few of these. So the first thing we want to make sure is we want to make sure that your browser is compatible. Um, Blackboard recommends Chrome or Firefox. I use Safari most of the time, but sometimes Chrome is just a better functionality. So if you have the option of downloading Chrome, that may be the best option for you going forward. Step 2 is a brief video about how to navigate the course. This talks about Blackboard sign-in and tech support. That's available for you, so make sure you watch that video. And then the next video talks about the use of announcements. As I mentioned earlier, I make extensive use of announcements. Other professors in the course may do it more or they may do it less. But just make sure that you check the announcements every time you log into the course. The next video is about course information, how course information, books, all of that is shared, as well as course materials. The key phrase that you're going to learn in here are learning modules. We are a 7-week course. All of our courses in this degree program are 7 weeks. We call the weeks or the lessons, we call them modules, so you can use that interchangeably. So you'll see that we have 7 learning modules, or 7 weeks, or 7 lessons. But this shows you how to access those. This will be the center of what you do every week, so make sure you get familiar with learning modules. We incorporate discussion forums. There will be a lot of experience with different people in this class, and we find that discussion forums in an online format are equivalent to, remember back in your undergraduate days where you had a professor who said, what I want you to do is put your desk in a circle and talk about this topic. Well, discussion forums are the online version of put your desk in a circle and talk about this topic. So you'll see how to post your comments to the discussion forums. You'll also be seeing in the announcements a video that I've created. I'm starting to do video discussions where the students have an opportunity to videotape their responses and upload those into the online platform. Step 3 talks about how do you submit your assignments, how do you check your grades, really important here. I'm very thorough on my grading, and I leave a lot of comments on your papers. I will never email the paper with a grade on it back to you. Everything will be found here in the discussion, in the grade book. So make sure that you become very familiar with the grade book. And then step 4 is Buckmail. And this shows you how to use this. I always make sure I have to emphasize to brand new students, we can't legally by the federal government send emails to your personal email address. So all of our email communication will go to the CSU email account. So you need to make sure that you have that set up and you check that regularly. One of the big differences here at step 5 in graduate studies is that you're going to be doing a lot of research, and you can't do Google searches. For these Google searches for high school and undergraduate work You're a graduate student now, so you need to do peer-reviewed research, and you'll learn more about that as we go through. But you'll be able to utilize the CSU online library to find your peer-reviewed sources. Step 6, we use APA in this program, so you're not going to be bouncing back and forth between different types of formatting structures. Every class has APA, so here are some guides to help you with that. Tech support, very important one to have. I would encourage you to bookmark this link in case you can't log into your course. And then finally, one of the most important things that you have to do here is you have to take the Start Here quiz. And what it's going to do is it's going to review all the information that you just saw in these videos and that you read and all those pieces. And the reason we do this is we want to make sure that students who are beginning the course have a foundation so that they won't be frustrated on trying to find something. So you must complete this quiz in one sitting to move forward in the course. And you have to score at least 80% or higher. Now that 80% is not going to count on your grade. It's just a marker, if you will, to make sure that you're fully understanding things. Now, there's several, I think there are, I don't know, there are 10 questions, I think, or 20 questions in this, but we have a bunch of different questions, so it comes from a test pool. So you can take the quiz multiple times just to make sure that you ensure the understanding, okay? So you have to do that in order to view the different details in the course. So for example, if I go in here now and click on Learning Modules, which would be where you would find your assignments for the next 7 weeks, if I click on that, you'll see right now there is no content to display. And the reason there is no content to display is that you haven't taken that quiz yet. So I just need to bounce out. I'm in student view right now, so I want to show you what it will look like after you take the Start Here quiz and you score at least an 80 on it. All right, so all the pages look the same, but now you've taken the quiz, you've scored at least 80, and you click on Learning Modules. Now you'll be able to see all 7 learning modules in there. So the key thing to get started is just to make sure that you go to Start Here, you look at all the videos, you look at the information, you take that Start Here quiz right at the end, and whenever you do that, it'll open up the rest of the course for you, okay? If you have any questions about that, bounce me an email, give me a call, and I look forward to connecting with you over the next few weeks. Take care.